You know what it takes, and you're ready today to take them all on. You got the measure of your man, and you know that you can go all the way. Give it to him. Yeah, give him a taste. Give him a taste of Kiwi. Show him you're the best. Give him a taste of Kiwi. You're better than the rest. Give him a taste of Kiwi. Show him you're the best. Give him a taste of Kiwi. You're better than the rest. Give him a taste of Kiwi. Show him you're the best. Give him a taste of Kiwi. You're better than the rest.
All right, no, my hooky, my welcome back to another episode of the Kiwi NRL podcast. And as usual, there's me, Lennie. I'm your host. And through the magic of the spiderweb, we have our boy Fergie back from. He's our correspondent across the ditch. How you going, mate? All good?
Yeah, good brother, good here. Just still holding it down in Brisbane. Missed Magic round last week before last, just because of family events. But you know, I'll be there this weekend cheering on the Mighty Wires versus the Dolphins. So,
Oh, nice.
keep you updated.
Correspondent. There we go. Landed him, and also my lookalike. Not quite.
Oh, you guys
Timo,
brothers.
how are you, mate? Yeah,
Call
related.
me the better angle.
The bit. Yeah, right.
Shot for having me on, bro. Hey, just quickly, I think the intro song was. Oh, there we go. It's gone. It was still playing in one ear and could hear you fellas in the other. But we're good. We're all sorted now.
Did it stop? Has it stopped for you? Because I did stop it.
Yeah.
I want to hear it again. Keep it going. I love it.
Hell of a tune. I was ready to Shazam it, but no, stoked to be back on the podcast. I've just done a little wee trip over to Sydney with some of my best mates, and we went to the Seagull Sharks game. So,
Oh, nice.
got a couple of good wee footy stories to tell you boys in this episode. So, looking
good.
forward to jumping on.
Bring it on.
There we go. What stays? I thought what goes on tour stays on tour.
Yeah.
Look, there's a
not
few
gonna-
things you can go.
Some long beeps coming up.
No, good on you, mate. Thanks for jumping on. Before we get stuck
How are you?
onto it. Oh, me? Yes, I'm great.
How are
Thank
you?
you.
Oh yeah.
I just always jump through. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Very good, thank you. Had a very good day today. The weekend was pretty good. Had a young fella's Mikaides playing football on a Saturday and league on a Sunday, so it's been pretty full on. Busy but good.
I love that.
Awesome.
I got
How'd
to
you
check a
go?
video of that.
Hey,
Oh,
There
how'd
you
you
go,
go?
Fergie.
how'd it go?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very good at football. It's his first year at football, so
Wicked.
I ended up coaching the team last minute, and I'm 2 games for 2 wins so far as manager and coach. So
Oh, look at that. Watch out NRL clubs. Put the name down. That'd be pretty
yeah.
special though, coaching the any children of your own. I can't wait for that, eh?
has
Good-
its
good on you.
moments. Has its
Yeah.
moments.
Oh,
They can be a bit
I would
more of a
actually-
top when you're around.
yeah, true. I'd actually hate it, to be honest, coaching teams of kids, but I'm sure it'd be rewarding. But yeah, good
That's
on
pretty fun. At this age, you don't take it too seriously. Some people do, but
you. Yeah, true.
just keep it light and
Malcolm's.
fun.
Come on, Broncos, let's go. Add training.
Oh, right, yeah.
So
No,
sad.
it's good fun, but it takes up your weekend. There, I went to sport with the kids, so but I know he's
Yeah,
loving
true
it.
that,
so.
eh?
Yeah, no, good. It was good. It's good classic autumn weather we had too. Nice and clear, bit chilly.
Lovely.
Cannot beat it. All right. Better shout out the sponsors before we get stuck into it. Shout out to Tough Luck Workwear, independent New Zealand workwear, designed by tradies for tradies. Head along to www.toughluck.co.nz and use the code Kiwi NRL, and it's all caps. And you get 10% of the best off. They have tradie gear, high vis, low vis, casual wear, all sorts. So get along there and get 10% off from the lads at Tough Luck Workwear. It's actually really cool, local brand. Also, shout out to Fitzone and Matamata Te Aroha Paeroa and Waihi. If your rig's a bit sloppy, let's say you went away with your best mates over the weekend and you drunk and ate too much. The skin folds are a mess. You get on down to Fitzone there and they'll sort you out. And last but not least, Mortgage IQ. Shout out to Dre over there. If you're looking at getting a mortgage, buying a house, fixing, floating, all that sort of stuff, get hold of Andre at Mortgage IQ and he can sort you out. You'll find him on Instagram. It's probably the best place to get him. So it's at Mortgage IQ, and his name is Andre. Boom! There you go. My professional sponsorship.
Hey,
shout
Len,
out. Yeah.
how come you were looking at me when you said your rig's a bit sloppy? I
I
felt
just
you were
looking at
just.
everyone. I
felt
just
you
looking straight,
looking.
man.
Well,
You're on this side of me on my one.
Oh,
I was actually
okay,
looking
mate.
at Timo.
Oh, see, okay. Good, good. I was going to say,
not
I'm
actually,
trying.
yeah.
I'm trying. I need that gym over here for sure.
Yeah, well, you know, I can't
Franchise
talk
it.
too much.
Yeah,
Franchise it, but
Yes, franchise it up. We'll get you in there.
Let's go.
Sweet. All right, we'll get into a bit of questions, eh? So I'll just bring up our Insta and we'll see what we got from the people. There's a couple here for Timo actually that are about the weekend, I think.
all right, I'll bring it on. Hope it's not about how much money was lost at the pokies.
Oh, geez, you slap a few, did you?
No, it wasn't me. I was more of a witness to a lot
Scotty
of
seemed to
loss.
get
Let's
it, mate.
say that.
Were you staying at the Star?
No, we did visit the Star one night, but no, we just booked an Airbnb in like Darlinghurst.
Oh, nice. Good
So
spot.
the
Not far.
sort of CBD of Sydney.
Yeah.
No, it was cool, man. Well, I'm interested to see what people are asking.
The first one here is Cameron James. Is that as in Ring? Yeah, Ringo. That is Ringo. Yeah. Did Fred get naked in Sydney?
No, he didn't. Very close to it. I think I sent you a photo, Len.
Yes.
One of the boys loves to get his kid off, but
There's always one. There's always one.
there is always one. Yeah,
And they usually Ringer as well, which he is.
Just a big thick ginger. Yeah, nah. Didn't get to see that naked, so very happy about that.
Oh, nice. I thought you were going to say disappointed.
Sweet. This one is from Hamuida. Shout out to the brother. Well, this is a good question. Thoughts on Tamati Martin having to slot in at lock? Obviously wasn't part of Webby's plan, but thoughts how he went in the weekend. What do you reckon, Timo?
To be honest, I did the last few 10 minutes of the game was a bit of a blur for me. I was in and out of the bathroom and whatnot, so that's kind of when he came on, right?
Yeah, late in the game.
Late in the piece.
Yeah, I don't really have much to add on that, but apparently he did a big hit.
Couple of shots, yeah, a couple of shots.
I think he went good for that utility type role. Like he kind of played like a Dylan Walker without the like hit ups type thing, and it wasn't too bad. He definitely can fill the spot and showed that we had good ball movement when he was there. So I didn't mind it, and it was a crucial moment at the end of the game when he was on. So it's not like we lost because of it. So I don't mind it. It's good to know that he can play that role.
He's good to fill in. He's a good fill in.
Yeah,
but like you said,
sure.
It was a lot. The movement was nice, but you probably just missed those hit ups.
Yeah,
that's probably the biggest difference of like an Aaron Clark or whatever.
I probably would have thought like they would have put Chanel maybe. Like back in the day, they probably would have put Chanel as more like 13 utility. But I guess because he's owned that role this season so far, he deserves to keep it, I guess. But
yeah, true. Yeah. It wasn't like he done a good job, yeah. And obviously his experience in that, it's not a bad person to bring in 10 minutes left of a half or whatever.
Yeah, that's it. And the game this day and age, like you can kind of get away with a ball playing 13. Like that's not as big as hit ups, but when they're not going to be doing a hit up, it makes defense a little bit easier. But yeah,
correct.
Nah. He's a pretty well capable defender too for a half, right?
Yeah, that's right.
He can definitely punch well above his weight.
Yeah. I'm glad he's just got some game time. It's been a long season for him and Tanner Boyd. Like I'd like to see them, get a bit more game time. Don't know where. Like I don't have the answers, but just to keep them happy. Just to make sure they're in the team and they see the season out. As a
bit of
group,
a sniff, you reckon?
Yeah, that's it. If you keep everyone happy somehow, it makes everyone a bit more durable, so they stick around and win the season.
It's got to be quite a hard job of a coach's.
Yeah.
How do you get those guys that aren't in the 17 like motivated and keen to still buy in?
Mm. Especially when they're like NRL well capable NRL players. They could be in any team at the moment and still be succeeding. So that's where I'm worried that June 30 that we might end up losing 2 halves in the
Yeah.
New South Wales Cup. But hopefully, rotation or something along the lines, we just can get those boys in the game and make sure our depth is looking strong. So Tomato Martin being able to play lock helps for that, I guess.
Oh, for sure. It helps him. It's good for him too, because it means he's more of an option to play off the bench and whatnot.
That's it.
All right, great question, Hamueda. Thanks for that, mate. Okay, that Kiwi punter. On the back of Louis Brown's sick design, what's one colour or feature you would add if you designed it? So I'm thinking to that newer jersey, is there anything you
That's
would
a cool
add
question.
to that design that Louis done?
Yeah, because for those that haven't seen it, right, it's black and white are the colours he's gone for.
Yes,
It's
Kiwi-esque,
got
actually, if you look at the...
Yeah. I love it, I really like it. It just comes at a bad time at the moment. Yeah, that's me too. I reckon it looks so unique as well as like familiar that it's such a good jersey. And I'm not very creative, so this is the extent of my creativity. Look at this. I'd leave it, and I'll hopefully talk the wife into let me buy it tonight. So see how we go.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I couldn't really change much. It looks so good on Louis Brown.
It could still play.
That maybe once I see it on myself, then I might have maybe a bit of extra padding around the puku. But but from what I've seen, it looks outstanding on Louis.
Nah, for
Put it
sure.
on a normal rig, and then we'll see.
more
we'll
stretch on the puku.
What is it? It's like Vodafone, but it's like Vodafone or one New Zealand. Like
there's emphasis. There's emphasis on those words.
What the font size increased by 300%.
Sweet. No, I don't think anyone will add any to that jersey. I don't think it's sick.
Yeah, very very sick. I
the
reckon
man knows what he's up to.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I even love his brand. Earls is a very cool, unique brand from a footy players, because I feel like all the footy players that come out with brands, they're kind of, I don't know, copy and paste of a lot of other those type of casual wear type clothes. But I feel like his are just way further in the actual fashion side of things. So it's good collaboration for Louis Brown and back to the Warriors, and just in the incorporation of that lettering or the wording that was from when his mum signed him up to the to be the member as a kid. Like shit like that is just so special, and in the detail of that, you couldn't change. How could it be that?
Yeah, that's so cool how he's made that, and that's because it's also like those shoes he done for Essex. They were mad. Just the level of design, he's like all the intricate details he put into it.
Exactly.
So he's done the same with the jersey. So they're gonna run those out against the Raiders at home, I think.
Round 13 was it?
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
Is it not this week, but next week?
Something like that, eh? Yeah.
No, very well done. Warriors with another jersey, classic.
Yeah, shock horror.
Another one for the for the collection. All right, Moldy in the 03. Shout out to the brother. Why, when the Warriors get a lead, they go into their shell, stop attacking, and start going one off? Oh, good question. Do we feel like that's what they done on the weekend?
I feel like we don't. We definitely haven't been turning up in the second halves the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. Bit of a second half fade.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like in our shell or if it's just
Is it just momentum?
Yeah, that's right.
Momentum.
Yeah, but maybe we're just not starting well. But
yeah,
it'll be interesting to see, because it is a really good question, because I've been frustrated the hell out of watching, the last 2 weeks, seeing the second half come back and assuming, possible defeat. So it'll be interesting to see what happens this week when we got a leader like Fishback, if that second half we can actually start strong, because, obviously momentum is going to be a big part of that. But then, it's second half the last 2 weeks have been hard, eh?
It's almost like 30 points isn't enough either, like with the fade you have.
You
need to put on 40 points in the first half, so when the other team comes back. But yeah, it's interesting. I don't know if they go into their shell. It's just they don't really get the ball. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like it's just a huge, it's pretty rugby league no-brainer, right? Like the way that momentum can just shift, right? And when teams have their tails up, it's, they see blood and they just keep hounding. But
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's pretty hard, when you're in the thick of it. Like, when a team's got momentum when you've played in the past,
Yeah.
and it's just you can't really explain why, but you
Yeah.
just can't stop whatever's happening.
Do you think? Do you think there's a bit of a not conspiracy? There's no tin hat, but do you think the way the NRL has been the last, especially in the last weekend, where it was like it swayed so much the second half.
Yeah.
All the bounce of the ball, all the calls just kind of went like
The other
that.
way.
Also helps to even out the scoreboard, obviously the penalty count, etc. But I don't know, like it seems to happen too often. Like a big swing comeback, and like you said, 30 points isn't enough. Like you don't know what can happen with momentum where everything just starts going your way. They're on the back foot. You can only defend so much.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Sometimes I just don't
I hear you, though.
trust the
I hear
game, eh?
because sometimes it is like that, because it's just like all of a sudden the other team, like momentum could be something that can be also pushed along by like how a game's being refed.
Yeah,
Especially
that's
the
right.
six agains. The six agains are it, really.
Oh, they kill you so quickly. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a big momentum shifter there for sure. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm not too sure if the Warriors are changing anything per se, but they need to probably, sort that out.
You'd have to think they're working on it, right? Like, I don't know,
for
whether
sure.
it's extra fitness or creating sets straight after the kickoff to, I don't know, get them into good position. I don't know, just like a safety set. Because, if they keep continuing, we're not going to keep winning those second half games, I don't think so.
Maybe
I
it's
think
just mental
sometimes too.
attitude, maybe.
Yeah,
Sorry,
that's
Timo, what
it.
was that?
I was going to say, I guess some teams have the luxury of like some really key strike powers off the bench too. That when your backs are up against the wall, you've got someone that like a Spencer Lennie that can come on and just fully flip the game.
Maybe
No
that's a good point.
No disrespect to the Warrior.
Yeah, maybe our bench players aren't giving enough for for the other team to gain momentum for their bench players.
Yeah, it might be
Really
something with the
look too far
rotation
into it,
too.
but that
Like,
might be. Yeah.
are they off? Who starts the second half? Depends on the rotation now. I think I'd have to go back and have a look. But
yeah, that's right. Usually it'd be the bench player, wouldn't it? Because you'd play about a 20,
they should
25 for the
still
first
be
and then
on,
the second, and then they finish. In theory, but then obviously
You'd
anything
think.
could happen. But yeah, so you would think it'd be that the bench players, middles at least, starting that second half. So maybe that is it. Maybe we look at how they started and the rotation pattern where I don't know,
Also
we
not
only
having
sub half
Fish,
like one
like,
prop.
Not having Fish meant you'd have Mitch and Aaron, or Aaron and Fish. You'd have that you'd have that rotation at points. And I think without having Fish there, obviously the other boys are playing well, but maybe we're just lacking that, because it has really been when Fish hasn't been in the team.
Yeah.
I just wonder whether we lack that, because when you got that 1-2 of Aaron and Mitch, then Aaron and Fish, or Mitch and Fish together, like it's almost that little triad that you're trying to have
that's right.
two of them on at once, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think so.
And when Fish is back through, that pushes either Leka or like Marata, say, to the bench, and they're not really guys you want on your bench, but say the momentum's not going your way, those are the sort of type of players you probably want to bring on that can flip a game. But
definitely, if we had a second centre like like Rocco or I actually don't know why the rotation isn't Pompey and is Ali back? No, he's not.
No, they're going with.
So
because of Dell's
Yeah, so like as soon as we get those kind of extra players back, we can have Kurt Capel back in the back row, and then having someone like Murata with the experience coming off the bench probably would be something that would solve those second half issues.
Yeah, and he was great for Parramatta in that bench role too. Like when they made it to that final.
Yeah, great utility.
Yeah. No, good question.
Very good.
On the bro's real name. I think it's Bryson, but shout out to the bro. What ramifications does the AJ Brimson ruling have on international rules, aka Ponga to Kiwis, etc.? Are you guys all over that?
What? I just don't know what it changes. What, like, isn't it just the same team?
Yeah, so basically, I guess with AJ Brimson he's played 4 games of Origin, and then played in that Nines tourney for Australia, but then he's applied to play for England in the next World Cup.
Yeah.
So it's another tier 1 country. So technically, in the past, he wouldn't be able to jump, but they've ruled that nines tournament doesn't count now because it was in the from just up to last year it did count.
Yeah.
So it means because Kalen played in that same team, but hasn't played for
Yeah.
the actual full Australian team. So it means if Kalen would have to, I think what's happened with Brimson is he's foregone playing Origin in the future.
All right.
So he's had to
Yeah,
park
right.
that, and that's been part of what's got across the line. So yeah, that's kind of what
That's
happened there.
interesting.
So
Because I was kind of under this, yeah. So I didn't really realize that was the case. Because no, that
I
makes more
thought
sense.
if you played
Yeah.
Origin, you were just done. You cannot play
Yeah,
for New
that's
Zealand.
right. Yeah, exactly. So then, does that mean that there's hope if Kalen Ponga says no to Origin this year, then he can play for the Kiwis?
So it sounds like it has to be from next year. So technically, this would be his last Origin.
Yeah.
He'd have to then turn down Australia again if he was to make the team, and then go to the IRL and then put his case forward to play for New Zealand that coming World Cup.
Yeah, right. That's
And it's
crazy.
Yeah, which I didn't know until I read the
Yeah.
whole thing. But yeah,
Yeah.
it sounds like Brimson has then said, "I'll forego playing Origin again, and I'll rep England moving forward."
See, I kind of forgot he played Origin.
Played
So I
Origin,
was like,
yeah.
oh yeah, he's just another person nominated who just went. So yeah, that's my mistake. Wow.
Yeah, so
Interesting.
that's the little tricky bit because a lot of people forgot about. I was the same. I forgot that he actually played Origin, but he played 4 games. So,
Shit.
so yeah, that's why it's interesting. I'm like, okay, this is actually a really good case for the Kalen Ponga thing because they both played in that nines tournament. So it's almost the exact same case.
It's just more games for Ponga, right?
Yeah, just more games. But I think all he
Yeah.
has to do, it was the same with Victor. If he had played Origin already, it wouldn't have mattered. It sounds like he'd just have to forego playing in the future.
Yeah, wicked.
So I think that's interesting. We've got some good fullbacks though as well. So where would you slot Ponga in if everyone's
I'd probably still pick him, to be honest.
You'd have
I
to
think
fit him in
he's just
somewhere.
yeah, he's too good not to put in. And I think CNK is just he'd be in the team as well, in the squad, but I think he's a great utility to have that he could fill a lot of spots rather than
I think if
KP's,
Kinney's
I don't know.
fit, Kinney's the fullback still.
Oh, true. You reckon?
I just think
Yeah.
Ponga's, if Ponga can play half as well, I don't know.
But you got Dylan
Depends on the
Brown and
halves.
Jerome Hughes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if everyone's fit, then obviously that becomes.
I think
so
Kalen Ponga's experience, he's just the next level above Kenny. Like Kenny is a freak, and he would probably be the only team that has like 4 fullbacks in a squad. But
You'd
I
have
think
to pick all 3 of them in theory, I guess.
yeah, that's right. They'll deserve it if they're
You'd
all
have
fit.
to, I would have to say like you've got to have Ponga, and purely because of where he's at in terms of his
Experience.
lifespan of footy in his footy career, whereas Keanu Kenny's got so many more years to play still that I'm sure it would help level up and elevate his game. Yeah, but that would be a
tricky.
great problem for us to have.
Yeah, that's the best part. Is good problems to have.
I just think
But
also
no,
we're
very
just a bit
interesting.
slim in the halfbacks as well, in the halves area in New Zealand. Once we get some injuries,
definitely.
because Ponga could definitely play in the halves comfortably for the Kiwis if we had, say, if Dill Brown or Jerome Hughes goes down, we don't actually have a lot behind them.
Yeah, that's what Sean Johnson out of retirement again.
Come on, Shawnee.
Yeah,
I guess
come
there's
on.
Cody
You want
Nikodima
to.
as well, but
Yeah.
short of that,
Form-wise,
there's not a lot else. Yeah.
No, I think KP could definitely play 5'8", and then but
imagine the halves. That'll be me and Jerome Hughes and KP in the halves.
it would be pretty sick. No, definitely.
But yeah, Dill had a much better game on the weekend, so he's not out of the picture. But yes, it'll be interesting to see where he actually not only whether he makes that call. I think if he makes that call, he's been talking to someone. He's almost, if he makes that call to jump the fence, then he's in the team.
Yeah,
because he wouldn't go through the rigmarole of.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah,
so he'll be in there. It'd be silly not to have him in there.
100%.
Yes,
no, you got to have him in there.
But it sounds like, going off what Brimson's done, there's a high chance. And with everything else that happened, like all the little clues Ponga's left along the way, turning down Australia, and then
Yeah.
them saying sorry, and then no, I can play now, and they didn't pick him, and then not singing the Aussie anthem on Anzac Day, but sings the New Zealand one. So it's all these
That's
little
right. You're picking them all up. You're picking up all those
These
little
little
clues.
clues
You're putting
here.
it together. You're piecing together the puzzle.
So yeah, we'll
No,
see.
it's looking good.
The NRL is an actual movie, isn't it?
It
Always.
is, man. It is.
That's
Get
right.
your popcorn out. That's how it stays relevant, though, eh?
100%.
Yeah.
Because a lot of it's like a bit silly and a bit stupid, and like they probably should change like how you can change teams and contracts mid-season. Like it's a bit of a nightmare, but that's all part of the
Yeah,
theatre.
But imagine if it was like the NBA, where it's, you just traded and you get shipped to another team. Like you get no say.
You get no say. It's just like
Yeah.
you're off.
Yeah.
We're
Oh,
talking
sorry,
about
you're
that.
moving to Perth. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck. Oh, PNG. Sorry, mate. See you later. You go from Western.
Yeah.
You went from Sydney, Northern Beaches to Papua New Guinea.
Good tax breaks though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Make some money.
Because you've seen that, eh? I think they get is it like tax free on their money if they go to Papua New Guinea, the players?
Are they trying to? Or are they actually getting it?
I think they get it. So
Oh, that's
obviously it's a lot to uplift your life, but that means I think I read somewhere it's like 40% tax maybe if you're in that higher bracket, which a lot of the top players are. So if you're on $1 million a year, that's $400,000 tax you pay.
That's crazy.
But if you go to Papua New Guinea, you get your whole milli. So, but then you're also in Papua New Guinea. So,
But I don't actually think they're living the whole time there, right? I think they're only playing a few games there, and they're based out of like Cairns or something. So,
yeah,
true.
Cairns is a pretty nice place. Well,
I think they've
somewhere up
also
there, like
made-
Rockhampton or something.
I think they've made like some sort of like fully fenced off, guarded area for the that's part of it as well. So when they do go stay there, they're in this special area.
Because they like Queensland Cup play there every other week when they play home games for PNG.
Yes.
So they got like these big compounds with resorts and stuff like that. That people do live there and stay there, and it's like relatively safe. But I do relatively safe because people jump the fence and bad things happen. So it's not the nicest place, and they walk around with like machine guns and stuff.
It'd be quite interesting, eh?
Yeah, exactly. It wouldn't be I can't imagine it being the most like completely relaxing place, but hopefully by the time they join the comp, it'll be a lot bigger and a lot nicer. So it wouldn't be so close.
Assuming that was part of the deal, I'd say surely. Yeah. The NRL wouldn't be, and the Aussie government wouldn't be investing all that money if they weren't in somewhere.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's too big a risk for imagine that first year in, don't want to say something bad, but something bad goes wrong, and then it's like, you guys do this because of government money, political gains, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
I wonder who they're gonna get. I wonder who would go.
Cobbo's apparently is the big dog. Xavier Coates.
Yeah. Xavier Coates. You try and get some of the actual PNG boys back.
For sure. There's a lot of that. East Tigers just signed real good prop from PNG is Silver. Someone Silver.
Well, the guy that got the tries at the World Cup. Pac champ, sorry.
Weapon. He debuted for East Tigers in the Queensland Cup on the weekend against Northern Pride. Scored the exact same try he did in the World Cup. Just 5-10 meters out, short ball, busts through 3 tackles and flops over the line.
He's
absolute rig, man. I reckon they can play a lot longer too because their bodies are built for it. Like they're tough, tough people. So they'll get some real good Papua New Guinean players all come back, but they'll definitely need some marquee signings for sure.
I need a couple of marquee signings.
I reckon it'll be pretty much their Papua New Guinea team, eh?
Yeah. Was that sorry, Timo?
They're going to have to wait at least 25 years before they're allowed to win a premiership, though. Imagine that.
26 is it?
How many years in that?
Too many years. Too many.
Us Warriors fans that are still waiting, but yeah.
Oh, it's 30 years this year, isn't it? 30 years?
Yeah.
Far out.
Oh, yeah.
That's just
What's the longest stint? What's the longest stint without a premiership? It's not us, is it?
Was it the Eels or no?
Don't know, but
yeah, there's only a couple teams, so I don't think it's us. It's definitely not Dolphins.
And it's also mad with the Bears coming in, eh? Like that's 2027, eh? They said. So they got a year and a half.
7 or 8, yeah. It's
27, I think. I was like, what? That's under 2 years.
Yeah, maybe set up sort of similar. Do you think to what you're saying about a PNG team? Will they sort of be based in Sydney and then
From what I've heard,
okay.
is they're going to play like possibly trial games or maybe one game of the year over in North
Sydney.
North Sydney, but they want the crowd and the support and the funding and to grow their own support in Perth. So
Yeah, in Perth.
I can understand that too. But all the apparently 200,000 supporters from Sydney that support Northern Bears, they'll be paying some expensive flights to Perth, I reckon.
Yeah.
I think, but yeah, that's going to be, Jesus. So the question is there enough players, eh? Like, because they were in before Papua New Guinea. So then it's like 27, the Bears 28, Papua New Guinea, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be hard.
Shit, we might get a go.
I'm hoping. I'm still hoping, eh? Listen, South Island Kiwis.
South Island Kiwis, get up.
Oh, you literally mean you and I, us guys.
Like us, we got a chance now.
Yep,
Fuck
three of us,
it. 3 years start training. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
I'll take a gig in
Find the
Papua New
boots.
Guinea.
Yeah, I'll take some tax breaks.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Absolutely.
All right. This one's from Kyle Van Waveren, one of Timo's friends. Would Timo like to co-star with Capewell in his latest film?
Cool. Oh,
Glory Hole
elaborate.
2.
Please elaborate.
Glory Hole 2. You know the Kirk well.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
Carl, is it Carl? Carl?
Can't remember, but anyway, he's had that glory
Yeah.
hole. The glory
Yeah,
hole.
so my 4 friends that I went to Sydney with in the weekend, they had no idea about the Capewell situation because
Oh right.
we were watching some Magic Round stuff and it was Fletch and Hindy. One of them made a call like when Capewell, when they got that first try, and he's like, Capewell, he knows how to find a hole. And then I was laughing by myself, and the boys are like, "What's funny, bro?" And I said, "Oh, do you not know?"
So
One of
you showed them the video on your phone.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good.
Well, there's
Outrageous.
absolutely no chance of me being
Co-starring?
acting in a sequel follow-up film. No.
Hey, never say
No.
never, mate. Never say never. Only
New
fans
hole
are making
2.
money these days.
Well, if I can't get these Papua New Guinea tax breaks, maybe it is.
Yeah.
Financially. Nah, haven't got the heat like Capewell anyway.
I'm back in the heat, you reckon?
Nah.
Oh,
All right, that was question. Shit, we got a few good ones there. All right, thanks everyone for
Yeah,
sending
nice.
those through. We'll quickly, since that was quite a big section, we won't touch too in depth on any of the games, but we'll just quickly touch on them, just get your thoughts, and if there are any Kiwis in the game, like if they stood out to you. What round was that? 10, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was 10, yeah.
No, it was 11.
Oh, no,
no,
it
it's 10.
was long. Oh, yeah.
Was it?
yeah, round 10. Round 11.
It was round
next-
10. Yeah.
this week.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
No, yeah.
No. All right, the Eels can't get there. 16.
Almost.
They go down 16-20 to Dolphins. Thoughts on this game, Fergie?
Oh, somebody's like I can't think of it too much. I remember at the end it was bloody a couple tackles away from Hammer for the Dolphins to lose that game, but
Yes.
yeah, nothing really stood out for me. So
Yeah. Did you manage to catch this one, Timo?
And now I was watching probably the first half of the game, and then I fell asleep, and it feels like it was last year since the weekend I had. But it was good to see again seeing Dylan Brown
Yes.
back paired with Mitchy Moses. I think it's so obvious that Dylan Brown plays so much better when he's got Mitchell Moses there, so that Dill can actually do his thing.
For sure.
Yeah, but very much like last week, I thought the Eels they looked so much better. So it'll be exciting to see how they carry on
keep
this
building.
form into next week.
Yep.
A few Kiwis in the mix though. I had Bailey Simonson and
Yeah, he's out
Youngie.
again, eh? He got injured again.
oh yeah, he did.
Oh
He did.
shit!
So he's out for us, which is a shame because he's
bugger.
been quite good coming back.
He has been.
Got his try on too, which was my bet last week. Oh no, it wasn't. It
Yeah.
was the week before. Damn it. But yeah, I agree. I think the standout from a Kiwi perspective definitely was Dylan Brown. back to his damaging best. I think he ran for, where is it, 179 run meters, which for Dill, like when he's running meters, that's when you know he's having a good game. 28 post contact, 1 line break, 2 tackle breaks. So yeah, no, 8 dummies. He had 8 dummy passes.
Yeah, I was wondering about that stat. Like, what are those dummy passes? Is that just, like
is
a
that
dummy
an actual
cut or-
stat?
Yeah.
How many dummies thrown? Mitchell
Yeah.
Moses threw 5.
It's like
Riley
it's a double
Smith.
pump.
Oh,
Riley
we've never
Smith
seen
threw
that.
6. Riley Smith has 6 dummies. And then Dill also made 23 tackles. So it's a big game for Dill. I think, like you said, Timo's he plays a lot better having that organising half with him, which just brings up more question marks around the Knights move, obviously.
Yeah, that's it. It just frees them up. It's,
So
Knights
going
is
to the
strange.
Knights as a halfback, can't say you can't. I'm not saying you can't do it, but it's an interesting one for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I've gone to the wrong round again.
Knights
Next game
and
was
Titans.
Knights versus Titans. I found this a bit of a poo. They should a little bit boring. Thoughts on this game, boys? If anyone's got any.
Nah, I didn't really see enough, to be honest, to get much of a
Get a feel for it.
gauge on it.
I just think the Knights, they really just struggle to score a fucking try. Eh? They do get some, but shit.
Yeah, they really shit the bed the second half. They
Crazy
they
big shit.
put a bit of pressure on them, and they fold over, and surprisingly enough, the Titans gained the momentum and got a good roll on. Good thing I seen, like Kalen Ponga's kicking was nice, 3 out of 3, so you can't fault that. It's good to have a consistent kicker, but the Knights, they're hit and miss. Fletcher Sharp is such a good electric player, but then they just turn to water. But same thing goes.
I think Leo Thompson, his 40 was solid, bro. This with the Knights, I think a lot of them are putting in really solid performances, but they're just lacking that.
Yeah,
I don't know, that last little piece of the puzzle or something. But Leo was strong, 112 run meters from 40 minutes.
Did the bro play or Tyrone?
Nah, because Adam Elliott's back in.
Oh, yeah, so he drops out.
Yeah, and then 45 post contact. I thought Leo was pretty good, was actually really good for them watching the game. And 21 tackles in half a game, so solid outing for the G. And then also the bulldozer Greg Marju, 186 run meters, 72 post contact, 1 line break, 1 try assist for the Chuzzy. 4 tackle breaks. He's just a little nuggety bloody joker, isn't he?
He'd be one of those good, those strong people that do like the moving the trucks, those sorts of things.
Strongman.
He'd be great. Yeah. He'd be, wonder if he does a bit of strongman training, eh? Because
him and Bradman Best, they could do it as like a duo.
Yeah,
they got the exact same body shape.
Yeah.
They could almost be a bit of a wrestling tag team.
Yeah. They
could
would
be
be
actually.
good.
They'd look well. They'd go well, I reckon.
Even sumo wrestling too. Yeah.
That'd be good. Good combo like Royal Rumble NRL duos.
Yeah.
You got the Bash
combo.
brothers.
Yeah.
Bro, you got to make an AI post out of that chat.
Yeah, they're good. Especially Moses and Fish, they used to be
Yeah, exactly.
good
And the
tag
Thompson
team.
twins would be an epic tag team
Yeah, that's
combo
true.
for wrestling.
Hard.
We might have to talk more further into this.
Yeah. We'll
one's
keep
offline.
moving. Rabbitohs surprised the Broncos. It's the Trail Mitch show. 22 points to 14.
Mitt.
I thought Broncos started really strong, but then the Rabbitohs just stuck to it. I thought the Trail, obviously not a Kiwi, but shit, his game was unbelievable. Some really key moments on a defence as well, which stood out to me. That were that tackle on Payne Haas, there's that try saver in the corner on Dean Mariner, and then just to slot that 2-pointer.
100%.
Shit was crazy.
That was his biggest plays this year so far. It's probably his best game of the year. And same with the like I said about the Knights. I don't know if the Broncos just got complacent. They can get these good leads, and they know all the players in the team have the ability, and then it just seems they just don't want to turn up. They don't want to do the hard work once they think the work's been done. But credit to Latrell and the Rabbitohs who have it's still missing half a dozen starters to be able to get that.
Exactly.
And then the cheeky little try at the end. What do you reckon about it? Is that
It's crazy.
is that good sportsmanship or is that play on? You know, is it bad sportsmanship or is that play on?
Let's play on, I reckon.
Play on for me. I mean, I saw some people were comparing it to the Joey Manu leg cramp carry on try that he scored, but
That was funny though.
Play to the whistle, eh? Play to the
Play
whistle.
the whistle, man.
What are you thinking? You're on your line. Just fucking you know, defend.
Like, finish the tackle. Then no one jumped on him. So
exactly. And the two people next to Billy Slater just stood there. Billy Walters just stood there. So Billy's just trying to go like this and then slip straight through, and the other two guys just look at him.
Yeah. Nah, play to the whistle for sure.
100%. You got to. That Joey Manu one was crack up though, dude.
It was.
Yeah, I like that.
Was it? Cramp! Everyone stop. Nah.
I legit remember watching that, thinking, oh no, he's injured. Oh no, because I think I must have needed him for a bit or something. I was like, spewing, and then runs. I was like, what the?
That was probably actually, to be fair, that's probably a little bit more questionable than Latrell's one.
Yeah, like that's right.
Faking an injury and then being like, nah.
Yeah, true.
But it's not illegal. That's not illegal to not do that. So
that's it.
Nah, play on.
Won't put him in jail for that. But and from a Kiwi perspective in that game, I thought Dean Mariner had a nice effort. Jordan Ricky looked really good. Obviously got the first try as well.
Yeah.
And then Jesse Arthurs is just doing his Jesse Arthur tings. Also, that Harper kid is actually, I'm not sure if we said it, if we told you, but you remember Shantaine Harper?
Yeah.
So he's a relative. So Bailey Bentley Harper is a relative of Shantaine Harper.
True. He was a gun old Shantaine.
Yeah, man. Because I know Dre brought it up. He goes, I wonder if he's related to Shantaine Harper. And we're like, oh yeah, he was from up north. And then we Googled him, and then he's a relative of Shantaine Harper. But he's showing some good stuff. I reckon he's I don't know. I'm not sure how old he is, but
but that was one of his. That was his second or third game. Third
game, yeah.
But that was one of his better games. I like that he came in for a bit more of a run, and he had had the confidence to do one of flick passes and kind of put the ball on the toe as well. And he's getting his he's finding his feet and getting his confidence up. So hopefully more things to come.
Might kick on and cement the spot maybe.
He had the most runs out of any of the backs in the Rabbitohs. So
nice.
It's good to see.
There you go.
He's getting stuck in and getting the work done, which is exciting.
4 tackles, no misses.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
That's what you want from your winger.
That's right.
All right. Broncos. That's a weird one. I thought Madge going there was going to kind of sort that out, but
it's slow. It's a slow. I don't know. It's a slow build. They've got such a good team. I thought it was going to be immediate the mentality change that they were going to gain, but they've kind of gone
the other
backwards. Way. I don't know. Yeah, like
in moments you think, oh no, that's the team that we thought that they'd always be.
Yeah.
But we were talking in our chat, Timo. I don't know if you've seen it because you were probably drunk all weekend, but some of the boys brought up about the Warriors winning, that's not good enough for finals, how they won. Whereas I was kind of begging to differ with the fact I prefer that sort of win over pumping someone the next 1 week.
100%.
And then getting flogged the next, then pumping someone, getting flogged the next. Whereas we're not winning pretty. We're winning, we took an early drop goal, which won the game. To me personally, that's finals mentality.
100%.
So
I'm a firm believer of that as well. Gritty, grindy wins. They build so much more resilience than a 64-0 domination over a team. Just because,
what do you learn from that?
That's right. Everyone just kind of slowly backs himself a bit more and does a bit more. I don't know, individual stuff when you're down and your back's against the wall, you fight together and you build together and you learn that you can get out of these positions. But then if you're used to dominating and then you start getting put under pressure, it's so easy to just turn the other way and hope someone else in the team's going to do the hard runs and do the tough carries when it doesn't always work out. So I love gritty wins. But I just don't like big second half swing gritty wins.
Second half swings,
yeah. Right. Try for try. Keep it that way. I love that. But yeah.
All right, and around with more comebacks than Pornhub, we've got another one. We've got Canberra Raiders.
That was a good one.
I walked away from that game thinking my Super Brew pick was locked in. And then I came back to like, what the fuck? It happened again. Raiders go down 20 to Bulldogs 32. That's a crazy game. You guys boys catch much of this one?
Yeah, I did watch some of this game, and yeah, it's like when we talk about momentum shifts, you can't even justify
Yeah.
that. Like 32 unanswered points in the second half. That's
It's
yeah,
just crazy. Like if you look at the try tally, it's like Zach Hosting 3rd minute, Kyle Week 17th minute, Xavier Savage 22nd minute, Hudson Young 37th minute, and it's like Crichton 44th minute, Salmon 46th, Marcello Montoya 50th minute, Max King 57th, Kickout 63rd, Correa 71st. It's like that's just 2 different games, eh?
That's right.
Essentially.
Like, was there even an opposition? Like they're just like, go out there, defend one set, and then come back and allow a try, and then it's
mad.
I didn't get to watch it, but I was looking at the updates.
It's almost like whoever gets, it's like you got a half each, and whoever gets the most points in their half wins. That's why I have
it feels like that.
Weekend.
Yeah. So we're gonna have one.
Stephen Crichton's highlights look good though.
Oh, crazy!
Yeah, he got outdone the cuzzy Sebi Chris, didn't he?
Yeah, it was a hard second half for the bro. And Seb Chris
he's world class though.
Yeah, Seb Chris is like probably one of the better defensive centres too. And
yeah, that's true.
But it's Stephen Crichton. He's
that's it.
Beast when he wants to fully turn it on. It's almost like he's got levels, eh? And if he needs to pull it out, he'll just pull out the next level. If he has to.
That's Origin. Yeah. That's Origin. Origin critter.
Yeah. So the thing is too interesting. Origin's around the corner. You got the likes of Latrell. That's probably the best game I've seen him play in a long time. Critter pulls out that performance. You got Pappy doing what he's done in the games coming up. There we'll talk about. But it's just funny that those, not funny, but it's obvious those performances pop up.
Yeah.
When that the game we shall not mention is around the corner. All right. Next game of the round, only because of Warriors fans. The Dragons go down 14-15 in Wollongong to the mighty Warriors. Thoughts on this one, lads? Fergie, what do you think of this one, and which Kiwi really stood out to you?
Yeah, good question. I might actually have to have a think about this for a second because I did a lot of yelling in the second half, and I can't even remember what happened. So I've got to recap the game.
Bro, with the Warriors games, I have to do that all the time.
Yeah,
it's just like a rush of like stuff happens, and then
exactly
the game's over,
not
and
paying. I'm so invested in every single play, and now I just actually forget what's happened.
It's the emotional investment.
That's right.
Your brain doesn't register it.
Yeah, you're not analysing it. You're just in that.
Man, I actually cannot remember. I'm gonna have to watch this.
Well, the try scorers, obviously Luke Metcalf got the first try when he just sort of squeezed in between Leilua and not too sure who else, and then Tane Tuopiki got one in the corner. Is that right, Len?
Yep.
Yeah, that was a good try. Yeah, nice little CHT kick, tap on. They're doing real good. Did you guys see that Sean Johnson analysis about the kicks the other week?
Yeah,
I love that because it makes sense, and it's probably rather basic if you actually play footy. But to hear them say that and the way they break it down, it's like, man, that was one of probably the coolest analysis I've heard in a while from an actual footy player. So then to see something like that happen where like CHD kicks the ball, they tap it on, player gets it and shifts it straight away to the wing, and then, to mighty Tame to pick his scores,
Yeah. I think, and that's exactly what happened because he broke that down the week before, eh?
Yeah, 2 weeks, I think it was. 2 weeks before.
2 weeks ago, where, that's awesome. I didn't actually look at that until I watched him break that down. I never really looked at the situation the way he mentioned, I broke it down, and then he shifts into that position, and the ball is,
Because you kind of just think, it's like just circumstance of like where you happen to be when you're trying to attack the ball is that the ball results comes to you and then you shift it on because that's where the space is. But when they talk about like the player, there's like they're not in a try scoring position, so the player's getting up, the guy's going to the back to pick up the crumbs, so he knows to directly tap it behind, and then the winger or the person outside kind of stays a bit further back to be able to retrieve that quick ball if necessary. I love today Shawnee's a natural at that, eh?
Oh, it's so good, yeah, and easy to listen to and understand what he says. Some people, they use a lot of.
Won't be long till he's on Fox Sports for sure.
Yeah, he's had a couple of stints. He's done a bit of Sky Sport as well.
Has he? He killed it on a Magic round. Killed it. Like heaps of people I know, especially Aussies, they said like they all talked about how good Sean Johnson was. Like just his own personable personality just rubbed off so well without it being just like a boring, generic blocker. Blocker right.
Warriors have got their hands on the hips here. Warriors are all back there with their hands on hips.
It loosened up everybody else too.
Yeah, his call with Voss, so good.
I need to go and find that game and watch it.
They were bouncing off each other like Voss was getting into it too. Vossy was.
Yeah.
And they were like,
good energy.
Yeah. Who else was in there? Was it Mick Innes maybe?
I think it might have been. And Mick Innes made a joke something about like, do you guys just want me to leave or something? Like they were just they were just like best mates, just loving each other. Yeah. I love it. That's what you want. You want some good continuity in your commentary box for sure, as well as like footy and like footy intelligence and clear descripting ability. So they nailed that.
Yeah, I think also if we get back to the Warriors game, it's a broken record time because Aaron Clark has just been fucking killing it.
By the year, just get better and better.
52 tackles in the weekend.
Wow.
Workhorse. I should get up his whole stats, I will, but he's just been so before we signed him, we would talk about him on the pod before he was signed. We rated him at the Titans. And when we signed him, we thought that was a really good signing, but I probably didn't foresee exactly how good he was going to be. But shit, he's been the man, Like, he's the reason for a lot of the good stuff we're doing, that's for sure. Got the 177 run meters, 65 post contact. Where else is he? No, that's Maratini Corday. One offload, 4 dummies.
Oh, nice.
But 52
I can't believe that's a stat. That's outrageous.
Someone's there. Someone is there counting dummies.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another one.
Yeah.
What about you, Timo?
Yeah, I think just going back to Aaron Clark as well, he just ticks a lot of those boxes that you want in a player, right? Someone that's got the work ethic. They're always fighting, keen to fight for every inch. He's got a clean skill set as well, and tackles hard. Yeah, he's just a sort of complete player, and I'm stoked that he's been able to sort of take over Tohu or some of those things that Tohu was able to provide. But overall, that first half was really clean. I remember there were some Dragons supporters where we were watching the game at the Star in Sydney, and the first half I was just like, we're all clapping it up like, yeah. And then that second half it was quite nervous.
Quite quiet.
Quite nervous to watch
quiet.
that. And when I was coming back, I was going to the toilet every 5 minutes. But
that's another story.
Not on that case. I've actually just got the weakest bladder, and I'm always
I think that's in the DNA,
Warriors,
bro.
The Warriors don't help either. The Warriors don't help.
Got a shocking bladder as well. All right.
Me too, actually.
The Bears.
All right. This is an actual full-on draw. 30-30, Cowboys and the Panthers. This game was pretty crazy, to be fair. Another Kiwi first try scorer with Asaya Papali'i getting over, big ice puppy.
Yep.
Didn't have him. spewing. Anyway, you boys managed to catch much of this one?
Yep. I watched this game as well. Again, we watched this after the Warriors game. Fletch and Hindy were doing a live show too at the Kaz, and Fletch actually said before
Sick.
the game randomly, he asked Hindy, he's like, what do you think the score's going to be? And he legit said, I reckon it's going to be a draw. So it was crazy.
Wow.
The hell?
Yeah, it's crazy. But no, it was a really good game. I saw some of the Kiwi boys really stood out in that as well. Pretty sure Griffin Neem, did he score a try or do a big hit or I can't remember.
A big hit. I can't remember him scoring.
No, he didn't score, but it might have been a big hit.
But did he start? He started, right? Or did he not?
No, I don't think he did.
Oh, I didn't. No.
Not too sure. No, I think he came on off the bench, but
he's a great impact player.
Oh yeah. I'm just trying to think who the brother prop was. McLean?
Yeah,
McLean
McLean and Cohen Hess. So
Where is
Cohen
he? Oh,
Hess
he'll be
must
down
have
the
come
bottom.
off the
Sorry, yes.
come off the bench.
17.
Yeah, number
Yes.
17.
Yes. All right. I only caught patches of this game, but yes, it was very tight. And like you said, Timo's some Kiwi boys had some really, really good games. But Ice Papali'i was on again. He's definitely coming into his own. I definitely prefer him on an edge as opposed to that where they're kind of playing with him in the middle.
He's too good to have in the middle. I think like his ability to run lines it's wasted in that forward prop. Like
just bash him up
tunnel.
straight.
Yeah, that's right. And like some people, like he can definitely fill the spot.
He can do it.
He's best utilised definitely on an edge where he can find some space and run over a few little halfbacks. But I just wanted to touch on that Fletch and Hindy thing because like. Did you hear them? They did a prediction for Magic Round.
The hat trick.
Yeah, the hat trick. Yeah, so they did the Fletcher
Sharp.
Fletcher Sharp hat trick at like 200 to 1.
Yeah, they put it out there. He's like
crazy. So like,
Fletcher
a draw. I think a draw is usually they're like 81 to 1, something like that.
That's mad. An actual draw.
Yeah,
pays heaps. Yeah.
Hey, hopefully they backed it then as well. Might have to start listening closely to them, eh?
Yeah.
I know, yeah. Pay attention to them.
Get them on the tipping show. Get them on the punter show.
Get them on the tipping show. Jeez. Tipping out bloody draws and
wild.
Tricks. Shit.
Yeah.
Wild.
All right. Next game was an absolute. Was this even a game?
Yeah.
64-0.
Training run.
Caudal Benji's. That's a hard day at the office. Thoughts on? The Tigers absolutely offered nothing. It's good that it wasn't against the Warriors because I've been there before with the Storm, and had them do that to a Warriors team.
Yeah, at least we had a second half comeback against them. But
this was nothing, There's a lot of Ryan Papenhuisen on the score sheet. I can see
10 out of 11 kicks and 4 tries. It's not a bad 36 points for a hard day's work.
That's a lot of kicks. He'll have a bloody sore hip flexor.
Well, he's just broken up with his missus too, so I'm sure it's sore for other reasons.
Loosen up the hips.
He'll be out there.
I see Big Nas got over for a bit of a meaty as well.
Yeah.
Did you boys catch much of this game?
I saw the highlight. Like I heard the score, and then saw the highlights. But it just looked like an absolute.
Yeah, bloodhouse.
Yeah.
I watched it. It was actually quite enjoyable. Except I had Fa'alongo to score a try, and they scored 64 points, and not one winger scores.
Crazy.
But it was despite it not being much of a contest, it was still pretty cool to see the boys in full flight.
There's some exciting tries.
Pappenhausen's first 3 tries, especially his second one, was freakish. Like his ability to kick on and stretch around. So, like, man,
that was crazy.
I don't think there's enough chat about Pappenhausen being the fullback for Origin. Like, he's been pretty good and consistent this year. And then you got Dylan Edwins, who's only just coming back from injury. He's a hard worker. He's a good player. Tedesco's, he's been pretty good form. But, man, Pappy just has that X factor that none of them have. You know, he just has that speed and ability.
Yeah.
I'd love to see him in the arena, but
Definitely
Nelson
deserves a shot.
Yeah, well, that's
Sure.
it. Even like the 14 role. You know, he'd be amazing coming off the bench and breaking up some slow forwards.
Yep.
But Nelson's trial was pretty good. Like,
That's
I
mad.
didn't actually know he was playing until I seen him run. I seen him run on, and he was on the bench, and he scored his try and got up and did a little dance.
That was mad.
Yeah.
I love that.
Good,
I love that. He's getting on
love
my
that.
points because of that.
Mate, it's crazy that he's been playing Queensland Cup for Sunny Coast Falcons for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So it's he'll be fighting fit to stay in the team, and I'm sure he'll want to keep it up. So
That was a
good to
mad
see.
try.
Good to see.
I can't actually remember Jerome's try. Does anyone remember that one? How that kind of happened?
No.
Yeah, I can't remember
No.
either. There's just so
No.
many tries that game.
That's
It was
right.
sort of like a ball sort of going everywhere, like offloads and shit. And I think he just got low and sort of bunked it over the line. He's actually so strong and good at that, Jerome Hughes, where he just
He is.
gets close to the line. He goes, head down, and we'll just
Hand down.
Commit
pile
to the
through.
try.
Yeah.
Little Brandon Smith try.
Yeah.
That's it. Eh?
All right. We'll keep chugging then. Game after that was the Seagulls 14. Go down to the Sharks.
The
30 points at Four Pines Park in Sydney. Timo, you're actually there, mate. How was it?
There in the flesh, mate. Mr. Brookie at the actual Brookie.
Mr. Brookie, putting the Brookie in. Brookie.
It was amazing. It was so cool to I'll just quickly touch on the experience and then roll into the game. But just, going to a stadium that you see on TV all the time where you've watched games played there, and the atmosphere looks really fun. But yeah, just being there was so cool. It felt like just a standard club rugby ground, but you've got these NRL athletes playing in it. And yeah, the Manly fans are really cool too. They're all like really passionate. Yeah. There's sort of remind me of being like at a Warriors game, but it kind of makes you fall in love with the team too. So for a lot of us boys, Seagulls are probably our second team that we're probably going to be supporting now for the rest of the season. But it's just really cool. And across the road from the stadium too, there was a sports bar because we got to the game early and we thought we'd go somewhere for a drink. And it's like a Manly Rugby League museum, I suppose. That's also like a sports bar. I don't know if you've been, Ferg, but it's cool. It's called Chubbs anyway. It's real cool. And the UFC was on before we went to the game too, so everyone was hyped up from that as well.
Any fights outside?
No, there wasn't, unfortunately, but some of the boys' shoulders and traps were, they were,
got a bit bigger.
Got a bit of liquid courage in them, but
yeah,
it was epic, and I thought the game was actually shaping up to be a golden point thriller, but Seagulls got back to level it. There's in the last 15, the Sharks just ran away with it. I just don't think the Seagulls were good enough, obviously, but just weren't really there to fight like the Sharks. And it's one of those games where things weren't going their way. And Daly Cherry Evans probably had one of the worst games I've seen him play. Just not worse, but just some of his kicks, like they just weren't
standard.
Yeah. He just didn't play to his standard, I suppose.
Usual standards,
which is pretty rare. Like him at Brookie too. Like you never really want to play Manly at Brookie because it just seems to be such a cool fortress. Like it's my top 2 or 3 venues that I haven't been to that I want to go. Like it, not because it's something spectacular, just because it seems like it's a real die-hard atmosphere. And like, I love sitting on like a bit of a hill or something like that, and getting around those club areas. So it looks like a sick place. And I couldn't believe the Sharkies did them dirty like that. But it's not good for Manly.
Yeah. No, not good for Manly.
Adam Fanua-Blake was stoked to get over for a try in front of one of his old club
teams.
We were at the game. One of the bros was wearing a Warriors Warriors jersey, and then I was wearing a Kiwis jersey, and we called up to Adam because he was walking up and down
Yeah.
the field when he must have been on the bench staying warm, and we yelled up to him, we're like, Eden, Eden, Eden. And he looked, and then we all like waved, and then we're like buzzing through a mana wave and shit.
Yeah.
And he kind of like stopped and like just looked at us like this, sort of like squinting, like, what the fuck are you on? And then he sort of,
Right.
and then he looked away, but then he did this like real low key, like little thumbs up, like looking away. So I didn't know if that was like his way of being like, I thought he was being like, oh, you're up the wires, like a low key thumb so that no one else could see it.
So you can't.
Oh,
I get
true.
that, I get that,
Yeah,
true.
But no, it was funny anyway to try our luck to see if he's still, appreciates a good Wires supporter. But unreal game anyway, cool atmosphere, and
Recommend.
I met Ronaldo Militalo, played outstanding. Oh yeah, and like you just said, I had another idea too. Someone needs to there's probably a scope or a niche there for someone to come up with like the ultimate rugby league itinerary, maybe where it's like for each club, it's like a weekend of things you should do, pubs you should go to.
Like the must do
like
things
for a match day,
Yeah.
a match day weekend. Yeah, I feel like there'd be a bit of
that'd be cool.
a niche for self-guided rugby league match tours.
Yeah, I think that'll be a good idea for people traveling too, because obviously you wouldn't really do it too much if it's your own town, but it's cool to if you just love rugby league in general, it's cool to see the history side of other clubs. I love seeing all the the banners and the posters and the pictures and the trophies and all that crap. So that's good. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
All right. That was the last game, wasn't it? Yes. You said, Timo Ronaldo was outstanding. I think that was probably one of the better games he's had this year. Got a couple of tries from memory, eh?
Yeah,
two
couple of
tries.
meetings.
First try.
Hasn't been scoring lately that much, so
No.
we needed him for our Punters Club last week for Magic Round to land quite a big bet, but that's all right. Gets a double this week. Go figure.
always the way.
Always the way. All right, so we'll move into our MVK, so our most valuable Kiwi. This is actually sponsored by Tough Luck Workwear. So as I said earlier, independent New Zealand workwear designed by tradies for tradies. Let's head along to www.toughluck.co.nz and use the code Kiwi NRL. Make sure it's all caps, you get 10% off. All right, 3, 2, 1, boys. Who you got? We'll start. Have you got yours ready, Timo?
Yep.
All
Like
right,
you ready? Yes.
I'll bring up my tracker.
All right. Do you want me to start at 1
It's up
point?
to you. You can start at your 1 point, then work up to
Yeah.
your 3 points.
Sweet. I'll go for 1 point. It's going to go to Nelson for me.
Big Mouse. That's his first point of the season.
Just love that. It's been playing, his first game in the starting NRL team for a while, and to just, barge on over for a try and bust out a duggy like that. It'd be rude not to.
Yeah.
2 points would go to Ronaldo Militalo.
I don't know if he's got points this year either. Oh, there he is. He's got 1 point. So 2A.
Yep. And my 3 points, I'm just tossing up between Joey Taps. I know obviously their first half wasn't that great, but based off his stats, they looked really good. But I'm going to have to go with Aaron.
3 points for Aaron.
Yeah. If it's, every game he's playing at the moment, you can't walk around without, bringing it up when you're talking to anyone about the Warriors.
Right,
Because I was sitting next to a Manly fan, I asked them, I was like, how do you rate Jazz Tavanga, your new signing? And they're like, yeah, he's good. And then they would say that you must be so stoked you got Aaron Clark.
Good.
So I feel like everyone's noticing his work, but that's my 3, 2, 1.
All right, shot, mate.
Lovely.
Ferg, have you got yours, mate? You understand how it works, eh?
Yeah. So, I've got him. I'm organised, I think.
You're right, sweet. Hit us.
Number 1, so 1 pointer goes to Jerome Hughes. Just a clinical game, 64 points. You can't doubt him, and half the right edge scored. So it's it's a good result. 2 points is Ronnie as well. I love. Good to see him back in action, scoring tries, getting his confidence back. So I think he'll continue to drop down and score more metres from here on in. But yeah, so my 3-pointer is Aaron Clark as well. I think signing of the year for the whole NRL. You can't deny his greatness. He's continued to grow and build, and he's become a foundation of what we need in the Warriors. And I'm probably biased, but he's becoming one of the better 13s in the whole game. So yeah, big gold Aaron Clark.
Big Aaron, all right. I've pretty much landed exactly the same as you, my boy Fergie. I've gone, I've gone Jerome Hughes. I thought, like you said, a lot of points on his edge there. He might not have got all the tries, but he was impressive. He orchestrated well, and you're not putting on 64 points if your halfback isn't playing, having a blinder. So where is he? I've given him 1 point. 2 points for me also goes to Ronaldo Mulitalo. I thought he was back to his best. It was the happiness, the storm, the mouth. The mouth was almost running as much meters as his actual running meters. He was up and about, getting stuck into people. Some good defensive hits too. So, just when Ronnie's doing that shit, it's mean. So I thought he had a great game. And it's just, you guys have already said it. We've been saying it every week. But Aaron Clark, he gets my 3 points. He's just, I don't know if we'll have all the wins we've had this year if he wasn't playing at the moment. They've been close, and he just sits. When we're doing good things, he's at the center of a lot of it. So
absolutely,
not only in attack but his defense. He doesn't come out and like absolutely rattle anyone, but the way he hits and his technique, and you can tell he's hurting people, but it's not one of the, you know what I mean. But yeah, I just think, just got a bit of a crush on the bro, to be honest.
Don't we all? Like, I feel like he plays with such a passion as well. You're just like he's like you said, he's not doing like these big hits and barnstorming runs, but he's just solid. And anyone who has watched the Warriors of the years, like those key players like Simon Manning and Toe Harris, that just go out there, turn up, and do their job. They're fan favorites because you can just rely on them, and and they're generally in there whenever points are scored, right at the foundation. So I love it. 9 points for Aaron.
He's killing it. I reckon the big thing for me, just personally watching him, it's just as he's been told you're going to play lock this year, and he's played lock all year. And and at the Titans he was prop, lock, hooker. He was all
That's
sorts.
Right.
So I have a feeling with him coming over, getting locked into one position, like it's only natural that he's starting to fulfill his actual potential. So,
100%. Agree.
For me, he's like, if I'm writing out a Kiwis team, it's like the first name I'm putting down is like almost his,
Well, that's he's in there somewhere. Like, sorry, Kiwis team. Yeah, so I thought you meant for your
Clark,
your 3-2-1.
No, he's definitely like just looking at the Kiwis team, like he's almost because he was in the Kiwis last year and he's been around in the fray, and you'd go, people go, Aaron Clark maybe, but like I don't think anyone's saying maybe now.
I think he kind of would go to that lock, and it means that Tapani can play prop, and it gives us more space to utilise.
Just having a proper out and out lock, especially in the way the game's played now, like having someone like if Aaron has played full season of NRL playing the way he is, and into the Kiwis at lock, that's just going to be great for the Kiwis. And like you said, Tapani can actually play front row, which I think is his best position. So.
Yeah, that's where he spends all year playing too. So, it'd be nice to have that in.
It'd be nice. All right, so I'll just rattle off the top 5-ish. So Aaron Clark's in first position, 44 points. He's well clear. You pretty much just give it to him at this stage. Joseph Tapani, 19 points. C&K is on 17 points in third. Seb Chris is on 11 points in fourth. Jerome Hughes is in fifth with 7 points. Tied with Ronaldo Mulitalo, Robert Toya, and Chanel Harris-Tavita. Interesting.
Very.
All right. What's our next thing we usually do, guys? Kiwi moment of the round. All right. Have you got a Kiwi moment that stood out for you? Just like a highlight on the Kiwis player?
Mine would... sorry to cut you off, Brookie. Mine would have to be Brookie's number 3, the old Dougie from Nelson. That was iconic, and I love a good try celebration. Like get it out there, show me the money, do it all. It's entertainment. Sports and whole is entertainment. I can give us the whole show. So no, that stood
100%.
out well for me.
What about you, Timo?
Yeah, that'd have to be mine as well.
Sorry,
I loved it.
stole it.
Mate. No, it was good. I was giggling so much watching it. It was epic.
Well, it's a threesome. It's a threesome. Because I've gone with
good.
that too. It's just good to see the big man back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Good to see the big man crashing over. And he hasn't minded a little bit of a Sally, try Sally on Mars.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Yeah,
mind
he loves
so.
it. Loves it.
And seeing a big man boogie, shit.
Big
Oh,
boy,
that's it.
big personality. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's good. It'll be interesting coming into the year, like with a few of the other Kiwi edge players and forwards we've got at the moment, where he fits in the fold or whether might opt to go to Samoa. I'm not sure, but
Yeah.
Hopefully he
interesting
does
to
not,
see.
because I definitely think he's,
Definitely room for him.
Yeah, that's right. So
Especially off the bench, shit. Absolute weapon.
I think him off the bench, it's undefeated. Like, it's such a big impact to have him off the bench. It'd
like
be
I was
one
saying
of the
before.
best impact players in the game, I reckon. Like, him at his peak, especially when he was at Storm and they had like Brandon Smith, Nelson Solomona, and I don't know who else they had on their bench, but it was just like their bench is most people's starting pack.
Yeah, correct.
Like firepower, firepower on the bench. Like I said before, when you're in those games with the momentum swinging, you just want someone that can just come on and like wreak havoc, and that's totally Nelson in a nutshell. I feel like if the Storm
100%.
needed something to go their way, bring him on, can bomb Dougie on through. Happy days.
But imagine you're the opposition, you just got bumped off by Nelson and he's standing over top of you just going a couple of these ones.
Especially if you can't Dougie as well. That would be even worse.
They're just rubbing salt in the wound, Wish I could do that.
I actually have that like mindset on like the second half wins teams for the All Blacks, where like I genuinely believe the All Blacks is so dominant because our bench players are so strong. We literally don't lose much. It's like we kind of gain areas of different X factor from the players that we have on the bench. And I think if you can crack that in the NRL for your bench, it's like having Lecker on the bench. Epic. I love that. It's just like when he comes on, you're waiting for him to come on. You're excited for him to come on because you don't know what's going to happen.
And the other team is waiting for him to come on, going, shit, he's still got to come on yet.
Exactly. That's exactly right. Like, fuck, when's he coming? I'm already gassed. Like, No,
HIA.
yourself.
Just start walking all out.
Just wobbling around.
Wobbling around.
Independent doctor. All right, we'll move into preview of the next round, which is pretty quick fire. It's just who do you think, and a quick reason why. Who's going to win? Sorry, a quick reason why. And Kiwi, if there are any in the game that you think that people should have a watch of. So I believe the first game is Knights take on the Eels, Friday night, 8 p.m. We'll start with you, Ferg. Who you reckon wins this one and a Kiwi to watch?
I think it's going to be Knights in a close one, and KP. I think the team he needs to do something because obviously he's the captain, leadership for them. They need it, and the Eels are in a similar boat where they can't hold a full game together. So it'll be another battle of two halves, I think. So I really hope Callum Ponga in his own form leading into Origin, he'll pull out one of them big games, a couple of big goosies in right footsteps.
All right, what about you, Timo?
I'm picking the Eels to win this one. I feel like the Eels have been building momentum in the past 2 weeks, and I just think, Dylan Brown, who's about to go to his $10 million deal,
is
his new home. I feel like he'll want to. I'm sure every week, right? They're always going to go out there and want to win, but I think this one's got some extra salt in it that he'll want to
I think that's a great point. I think that's a really good point. I might have to have another rethink about this. I forgot that he's going to the Knights. Because players love that, eh? Players love, like,
Oh,
fuck,
they
I've
love
got to
that
prove
shit.
myself. I've got to prove
Yeah.
myself. Hopefully get Adam O'Brien sacked by the time I get there.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's just another. Surely with these guys, long NRL seasons, like those little things, it's
look
the
for
extra
those.
motivation to like really
100%.
cheer you up.
Yeah.
What about
I
you,
like
Ben?
that. I like that.
I'm echoing your thoughts, mate. I'm just checking my notes here. Yeah, and I had the Eels. I think they've been improving every week. I think Dylan Walker's been huge for them.
Yeah, he was mad actually on the weekend.
He's as soon as he went there. He's just, and then Mitch has come back. Just what that gives them on attack with their shape and just being able to play a bit wider. I think he's been great. But yeah, same for me. Dylan Brown, had a really tough start to the year. His last few games have been great. I can really see him kicking on, especially against the Knights. Like you said, Timo's got to prove a point. So it'll be the double Brown DB, Dylan Brown.
Just don't mind me as I cross out Knights, and I might change my tip. You talk me around to it. I like it. That's good.
It's a bit of a coin flip, though, Shit.
Yeah, I think it'll be close, but I actually quite like
same.
that. And you're right. Dylan Walker
Same.
and Eels have been building, and Mitch is only going to get better leading into Origin. So, dang.
The main issue for me is if the Eels score 30 points, I don't know if the Knights have got 30 points in them.
Oh, hell no. That's right.
That's the problem. So,
that's it.
And with Mitch in that, he's playing well. You got Fox playing well, Dill Brown.
Yeah.
They look like they're getting better, but you just never know.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah,
Eels
so
1 to
you can
12.
flip a coin. But yeah, Eels for me. All right. The Doggies take on the Roosters at a core stadium Friday night, 10 p.m. for us. Yucky. Who you got, Ferg? Who you got winning this one in a Kiwi in here?
I've got Doggies winning this one, but I don't have a Kiwi. Can you please remind me?
So Doggies don't have many. You got Robert Toya, you got Nafa'u White. Who else was it? What's his name here? Siua Wong.
Oh, yeah.
True.
And Zach Docker Clay are your Kiwi options.
Oh, I'm going to pick Zach Docker Play. I actually quite like him as a bench utility, as a bit of a hooker.
He's been good, man, this year.
Yeah, he has been good, and I think that the Roosters have been good as well, and I think it'll be closer than people think. But after the Bulldogs game in the weekend, they're looking solid. So pick some Doggies.
All right, what about you, Timo?
Yeah, I'm going to go the Doggies as well. I think, when you come back to win a game, when you come back to score 32 points in the second half, I just think of what that does for their confidence. And, I just think the Bulldogs will be too hard to beat. Kiwi to watch would be, just Nafa'u White. It'll be interesting to see, how he prepares and plays for the Bulldogs onslaught. I suppose the Bulldogs don't have huge forwards apart from
not a massive
Kiko.
forwards.
Yeah, so maybe Nafa'u might be able to do some damage, and I'm excited to see how that goes. No weak gutted dog in the Bulldogs, I think. So
No,
he's out.
He's out.
They're missing some dog, but we'll see.
All right. I've gone doggy style as well. Kiwi to watch is, for me, is Zach Docker Clay as well. He's been toiling away for years. Just New South Wales Cup, jumping around team. He's absolutely stuck to it. And he's finally getting some consistent NRL games. And he's been really good for them, really solid. So he's my Kiwi to watch for sure.
Oh, for sure. He could have easily gone to Super League like 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
So you got to give him credit for hanging in there and persevering, because he has been a fringe player for a very long time.
Long time,
So
bro. I guess
his
he's
time.
very
It's his
experienced,
time.
though, eh? He's
Yeah,
very
that's
experienced
right.
as well. Like, even if he hasn't been playing heaps of back-to-back NRL, he's been in the system for so long. So
I can't imagine the new NRL teams will be looking at players like himself to to join the squad and build up, give them an
100%.
opportunity.
fringes like him will be licking their lips.
Yeah. More teams.
Excellent, yeah. All right, where are we now? Dolphins take on the Wars at Suncorp, 5 p.m. on Saturday, New Zealand time. Timo, who wins this, bro? Why? And your Kiwi to watch? for this bash?
I have got the Warriors winning this, and another gritty win. I think it's going to be another close one. My Kiwi to watch is going to be Cody Nikorima. I'm sure all Warriors people know what it's like when you watch a fellow Kiwi play against the Warriors. They always find another gear, and Cody's going to be one to watch for this because of that, I reckon.
For sure. What about you, Ferg?
Yeah. Cody does love standing up against his old team. I've definitely got Warriors 1-12. I think they've won. I think it was like 5 out of 7 games, 1-12 or something like that. So I think it should be a really good game. I'm excited because I'll be there watching. I'm actually taking my daughter for and my wife to her first ever NRL game, so I'm very excited.
Man.
Yeah, so I'm trying to mature. Usually I go there and I just get real drunk and I don't actually watch much. So I said, all right, we'll go, and I'm not inviting any of my friends. Like they'll be there, outing. But I said otherwise my arm just goes like this, and I'm in. There we go.
But no, really, family zone, bro.
Yeah, that's right. I'm really excited. So it should be good. And my Kiwi to watch will be Luke Metcalf. Yeah, he's going well.
It's a Kiwi now too, officially.
Yeah, I'm claiming him. I just love him too much. Now I think for Kiwi to watch, will be. I think C and K. I think he'll just run back all day, and he'll get 200 plus running meters, maybe 300 running meters. And
I think he done 222 last week, eh?
Yeah, I think that's what will win the game. It's most likely looking like it'll be a wet. So tough carries, hard carries. That should get us over the line.
That is his bread and butter for sure. I've got the Warriors winning just. We cannot afford to have too much of a fade against the Dolphins. They know how to score points. And if I'm picking a Kiwi to watch, it's the cap. It's Northland's finest, James Fisher-Harris. Back in the team. Hopefully that's going to make a bit of a difference with hopefully not fading out so much. Just having a constant senior presence with obviously if Mitch goes off, then we kind of lose a bit. So having him back in the team should help that. He'll have a good battle against Francis Molo, who is Kiwi eligible from memory. Yes, he's born in Auckland, like half of the NRL is. I think he's actually a good signing for them from the Dragons, Francis, as well. So I think that's going to be they're quite different players, but I'll be looking forward to that little matchup. But yeah, the fish being back, he's back, baby.
That's a good one.
Can't wait. Cannot wait to see him get it stuck in. All right. Cowboys take on the Seagulls, Queensland Country Bank Stadium in Townsville. Ferg, who you got, man? Who's winning this one? Not many Kiwis in this game.
I'm sticking with the Cowboys. I think in up there in Townsville, it'll be probably nice and hot. And I don't know. I've just got some doubt with the Manly team. They just haven't put it together, and I just don't have that confidence through the middle since I've lost that big Tongan guy. I forget his name. But yeah, they just don't seem to have that strong middle foundation that they used to, and it's starting to show they're losing momentum. Kiwi to watch would be my boy Big Griff. Just love Big Griff off the bench, like we're talking about impact players. Him, Nelson on the bench for the Kiwis.
With Leo Thompson sitting next to them.
Yeah, it's true. That's right.
How good's that?
Imagine them three in the back of an Uber. Well, packing out a Prius.
Imagine them in the back of the Uber. Been busy tonight, mate?
Oh, classic
question. I would have to agree. I think the Seagulls haven't filled with much confidence. They've got a stacked team. Just putting it together, I think Cowboys have been in great form recently. So I'm leaning towards the Cowboys. And at the risk of sounding like I'm copying you, Ferg, I'm Griffin Neem. I'm a big fan. He's a coasty boy just like you too. You're West Coast? You're from there? Oh,
Nelson, top of the south. Close though. My parents, my dad lives in West Coast now, so.
Oh, there you go.
Are you copying my notes? Are you reading my notes?
Yeah, they're in a Google document, I thought. All right. And Timo, I'm sure you're going to see Eagles, mate. You're going to see Eagles on your team.
True.
Yeah, true. I mean, I actually,
I
I
was
was
about to
gonna,
say Cowboys.
I was
With
gonna
your
triple
second
threat
team.
that. I was gonna triple threat Ferg's notes, but yeah, you know what? Yeah, so my second team,
You did
the
say
Sea
that.
Eagles, the Sea Eagles,
How good.
Kiwi to watch is has to be you, Jazz,
Yeah, love it.
Jazzy,
Love it.
Jesse Jeff.
yeah, Jazzy Tivanga. Yes, yet to like stamp his mark in that. Like he's been getting picked every week, and like they all know what he's capable of. I think it's just the Sea Eagles haven't had like a real solid performance in a couple of weeks. So this will be it, I reckon. Manly's week where they come back, but yeah.
Just saying.
Let's go.
Can you guys hear me? I've dropped out a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sweet, cool. I couldn't hear myself, so I was like, "What the hell?" Anyway, the Matrix. I think the one thing with Jazz, I prefer him at lock A,
Yeah, me too.
and I think he's playing hooker, but he goes pretty good there. But
They had him at lock in the weekend, but
Yeah,
yeah.
he started lock.
oh, he did too. That's right. Yeah,
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
weird though.
it's
Like
worth
it's
having to watch though.
yeah, I don't think
got
they.
good-
I don't. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they have a good rotation. I think they've probably got one of the worst there. Like they were playing him at hooker and then rotating him off and then putting him back in the middle somewhere. Like it doesn't, or even like giving them like the last 10 minutes of second half. I don't know. It's So I think they definitely have to figure out who their strong boys through the middle are, and yeah, they got some unanswered questions. But yeah, hopefully Jazz can help them out because yeah, like when Jazz signed there, I'm a big lover of Jazz, so I really want him to do well, and even if that means Manly do well, yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
I think he needs to be on the bench, in my opinion. Like he's
Good
just
shout.
better coming on when
You're
like
probably right.
there's some tired defense, or again when the backs are up against the wall. Like he's quite good at defensively coming on and just working his ass off. But yeah, we'll see by the end of the season anyway how he fits into that mix.
Yeah. All right. Sharks take on the Storm. This should be a great game.
Oh yeah,
Sharks Stadium on Saturday. While you're talking, Timo, you're already talking. Might as well tell us who's winning this one, mate, and it's Kiwi to watch.
shit, it's gonna be a bloody tough one. I just can't go past the Storm. I feel like these two teams are not top. They're not the top two teams in the comp right now, but I feel like they're probably the two strongest contenders, in my opinion, on taking it out this year. But yeah, I'm going to go Storm, and Kiwi player to watch is going to be Ronaldo. I really want to see. He loves these battles, and yeah, be keen to see if he's whispering in old Jerome Hughes's ear. And yeah,
Sweet nuttings, you reckon?
yeah.
Gotta love it.
Yeah. What about you, Ferg? Who do you reckon's winning this one, mate?
I think Storm have the most ability out of the both to probably get a job done. But the Sharks' form in the weekend was pretty good. But I think the Storm just know how to win, and they'll be coming off a pretty confident, dominant win. So I just can't see the Storm losing. And then with Nelson back and off the bench, it's going to be hard to compete. But I think it's going to be a tighter affair than 64-0. So Storm might be they might get a little bit shocked and forget how to grind. But player to watch is just my boy Jerome Hughes. I think he'll be good. I really wanted to say old Nelson for a double, but
Double Doug.
yeah, it'd be pretty cool. I'd love to see him match up against Adam Fanua though. Like,
Yeah.
that'd be a big, good old defensive clash.
Two planets
Definitely.
colliding.
Absolutely.
Love it.
So yeah. Now, what about you, mate?
I agree with the Storm. How can you pick anyone else after last week? I think the Sharks were good against the Sea Eagles, but the Sea Eagles haven't really shown that they're all that, and the Sharks are only really just got past them at the end. So that's not enough for me. I've seen enough from the Sharks to say they're going to beat the Storm. So it's the Storm for me. Kiwi to watch is Ronaldo Militalo as well. I want to see him back up that performance, and hopefully, he's whispering a few sweet nuttings like you're saying. Well, he doesn't whisper. He'll be yelling a few things.
Well, him match up against Fa'alonga, that'll be pretty good. He's definitely got some height on him.
So
I think both of them will probably see some tries.
Nice. All right, next game, Broncos take on the Dragons Sunday. Sunday Arvo. Now, quick tip. Shout out to Jesse Holdsworth, who's a big Broncos fan. I've seen him before Magic Round. I said, "Oh, you boys you'll be happy with your boys, the Broncos. Are ready to go." He goes, "Oh, I'm nervous." I go, "Why's that?" It's a Sunday game. They don't play well on Sunday games. And then, lo and behold, they shat the bed.
They did.
And so they're playing on Sunday again. So I'm going against the grain just because what the bro told me. And it was true last time he told me it. So I'm going the Dragons. It's in Suncorp, but yes, apparently Sunday is not a great day for the Broncos. I'm just going off that hoodoo. And my Kiwi to watch is probably going to be, I'll just double check he's definitely named in the team. He's still there. Yes, Dean Mariner. I think he's starting to really get some good runs on the board there. So he'll be my Kiwi to watch. What about you, Ferg?
Lovely. Yeah, I think it's a good one, but I just don't see. I can't see. I don't know. I can't see Broncos losing. Maybe I'm giving them too much credit every week, where I think their side on paper is so good. And what's even crazy is they lose Ben Hunt and they get Ezra Mann back. Ezra Mann plays one game in New South Wales after the Queensland Cup because of his suspension, and he's back in the NRL, and probably has a bit of a point to prove. Wants to showcase. South Logan played Toowoomba Clydesdale on the weekend, who Ezra Mann played for. I think they won like 60-something to nil. And
I see some of his highlights.
Yeah, he just looked confident. He looked happy. He's run around. They're just scoring tries. It was like the Storm game, really. So I'm sure he'll be coming in with a bit of confidence, but a point to prove as well. So I think the Broncos will win this. And my player of to watch will be Jesse Arthurs. I think Jesse Arthurs will probably score a couple in this one.
Big JA.
My boy, pretty JA.
60 man team. All right, Timo, who do you reckon's winning, mate, in your Kiwi to watch?
I do want to say the Dragons, but I think the Broncos, they're due for a game where it clicks. Like, they have been inconsistent, but I don't know. Could we be seeing their season turn around with Ezra coming back?
Yeah, for sure.
We'll find out. But yeah, I'm going to have to go Broncos. Kiwi to watch, I just found a random article before. But the Dragons halfback, Lakan King Tongia.
Oh, is he eligible, is he?
Well, his uncle is Steve Matai.
Oh,
really?
Yeah. I was just reading an NRL article.
Okay.
And,
big Stevie Mats.
Talking about how he was inspired from his uncle, Steve Hitz Matai, to pursue the NRL. And so I'm just going to, if Steve Matai played for the Kiwis, and surely because King Tonga is keen to
have a jam.
So, maybe on that note. Yeah, that'd be Kiwi to watch.
Oh, there you go. It's
I like
a bit
it.
extra.
Yeah.
We're always looking for them clues, Fergie, That's what we do on
Yeah,
the show.
I like it. You guys got your feelers out.
Breadcrumbs.
The
You
brothers.
gotta do
The
that.
breadcrumbs.
Well,
that's the team, man.
It's a good bit of a pub, bit of pub ammo where you can turn up. And go, he's actually a Kiwi, that bloke, eh?
Yeah.
They would love that over here too. If you just, because I'm constantly just claiming shits from New Zealand just to take the piss all the time, and it's pretty funny what I can get away with. Because when you have a few beers, it doesn't take much to be pretty convincing, eh?
That's right. Yeah, it's flowing. You got all your alibis lined up. It's all good.
The best deals are done.
Right, Raiders take on the Titans. This could go either way. The Raiders, except for that blip against, the number one team, I can see them putting the Titans away, surely. And I reckon that keep it to watch. Tarpon is just going to fucking rip shit and bust through the middle. There's no Tino, I believe, for the Titans. So who's out for the Titans? Is he? Oh, he might be in. I thought I heard he was out. Oh, he's still in there.
I think he's in there, G.
He is in there. All right.
Oh, is that lock? True.
And the Fozzie's on the bench.
Big Foz, he's back.
He's back.
Oh, what a Foz. Hell yeah, mate.
Jeez.
Just going easy, bro? Shit. But yeah,
Just go.
Joey Tapp's still my player to watch. I think the Raiders get it done. What about you, Timo?
I'm gonna go with the Titans here.
Oh,
I just think the Foz is back. The Titans have more of their combos back together with Brimson and Jaden Campbell there as well. It's probably more of a bias pick. I probably just want them to win because Foz is back.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
I don't think Ricky would let the Raiders off the hook lightly after last weekend. So they seem to respond well to him. So yeah, who knows how it's going to end up? But yeah, Titans for me.
Lovely.
what about you, Fergie?
Yeah, I think, like you said, I think the Raiders, they're going to bounce back pretty strong after a couple Ricky sprays. I don't think he'll let them off easy at all. So I think there'll be a good bounce back, especially with Fogarty to lead the Storm against, lead the team against his old team. There's always a bit of a rivalry.
Yes, there's that old one.
So
Yep.
I think the Raiders will get it done, and I really like Kato Weeks last. Wait, is he Kiwi?
He's eligible.
We're claiming him.
Yeah,
He was
nice.
doing the hucker a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah,
sure he was.
he's in.
Yeah.
The last 2 weeks, 2 tries, 2 weeks. He's looking good, and good chat from the back. Makes the team go a long way. So Kato Weeks is my Kiwi to watch.
Nice. Yeah, I think he's only played for the Aussie Prime Minister's 13. He hasn't played Origin, so he's still
No, they don't count.
he's still fully eligible. He's fully eligible.
Well, now you can start claiming that people who play Origin are still eligible, right?
Correct. Yeah. Especially with the AJ Brimson thing. So
Yeah, you just got a whole new eligibility, people.
look at that.
Yeah,
He's
just
just going to
think-
turn down Origin for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, could happen.
All right. Did I give you a shout on that, Timo? Did I? Oh, you said Titans.
Yeah.
That's right.
Love it.
Crazy
Love a good
take.
upset. Oh,
Crazy take. But hey, how many
Dare to be
upsets have there
bold.
been?
that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
It's crazy. There's
Has been
bloody
a
so many
season of
upsets.
upsets.
Tell you what. All right, last game will be the absolute bell ringer, maybe not. It's the West Tigers take on the Rabbitohs last thing on Sunday. Timo, who you got winning this one and why? And a Kiwi to watch, mate.
I have got the Tigers turning this around actually, because the guy I went to, one of my friends I went to Sydney with, his old man is like pretty much one of Benji Marshall's best mates, and
That's right.
they're having a bit of a boys' weekend, I think, after that game, because I've got a bye around the weekend after. So, I think
Was Benji
with
on
that
it?
I don't know if he's on it, but he's just hanging out with his mates.
Oh, yeah, sweet.
I don't know
Oh,
how
sorry,
long they're, a couple of days. Some of his mates from New Zealand going over.
Oh,
or
yeah.
just his old man. So that's the extra motivation they need, really.
There you
Benji
go.
wants to go into his bye weekend with a win. So
Why not?
yeah, Tigers
I like it.
for me. Kiwi to watch would be Shante Harpy's. Is it his nephew? Is it?
Oh, I
Is
think
his
it's just a
name Bentley?
relative. I'm not
Relative.
sure.
Bentley, yeah. Is that his name?
Yeah, Bailey Bentley Harpy.
Yeah, that's my Kiwi to
Just
watch.
say that 3 times on the beers.
Or BBH. BBH,
Oh.
is he?
It sounds dirty.
Yeah. But
Uh,
BBL. Oh. Sweet. What about you, Fergie? Who you reckon wins this one?
I think I reckon there will be a bit of bounce back from the Tigers, but I don't think it'll be enough. I like the Rabbitohs because of Jamie Humphrey. So I think
Yeah, I
the
see
last time
that.
they won a game was when he done his hammy. So he won. So apart from before last weekend, so they went on that losing streak and then come back last weekend, and what do you know, they win again. So I think he's a big confidence booster for the entire team. And then for man to watch, I'm going to say my boy Davey Moali, and off
He's
the
back.
bench. Yeah, he's back.
Shit, has he gone over
know,
yet?
No, no, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. I backed him for
Shit,
like
he's
3
been
weeks
close.
straight after that episode, and then I just
I've been backing
decided,
him as well. And he's
fuck
going
it.
close. I'm like, fuck.
But this week I will back him again, and yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Just
it.
trying to
That's
see
that's
where
my
he
guy.
is. Oh, he is in there. I skimmed right past him. Yep, he's definitely in.
Yeah.
Sweet. I will go. I think after last week, the trail mitt factor, the Humphreys factor. I think Souths can do this in a close one. My Kiwi to watch is Martin LeBlanc. No. Old Liam LeBlanc. It always makes me think of that Friends actor, when I see his name on the team list. No, but for reals, my Kiwi to watch will be... There's not a whole lot of them. Oh, Stafford Tour's back in the Tigers. He's been really good. He was out last week, I think,
Yeah, he was out. Yeah, so
so
that might be a good sign.
That's good. His form this year has been great. He's up against Campbell Graham, so it'll be a good test for him.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so that's all the games from the weekend. We'll get into, before we let you guys go, we'll just do a quick best bet section. So if you've got like a best bet and like a value one, preferably players of Kiwi origin. Did you have anything for us, Fergie? You do your homework?
I did actually. I did a little bit of work behind the scenes as you guys are talking. No disrespect, hopefully. But I have got for my they're probably both value bets. I'd say they're not really like your stock standard $1.90s, but I really like the WAS 1 to 12 in a same game multi with Metcalf scored 2 tries scored in his last 2 outings, and then also Jack Bostock, because we've conceded 2 tries in the last 2 games to opposition left wing. So 1 to 12, Bostock, Metcalf, 15.50. Take it or leave it.
Boom.
I like it.
Take it or leave it. Get amongst it.
Get amongst it. And then for my other value is my Davey Mawali ATS on Bet365, $15. Get some of that up here. $15, baby.
He's due, man. He's due.
That's right. And against, I can imagine, last week, Tigers conceded against, Nelson and Max. Yeah. Max? Whatever his name is. 2 props through the middle, similar areas, similar to how he can run the ball. I think that could be my bro off the bench. Let's go.
Oh, for sure.
On the bench, off the bench. Let's go.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, get me out of here. It's going to go big.
Timo, did you have anything, mate?
Look,
have any
be
time try score or anything, or
I'm going to be quite rogue here.
Oh shit! Okay.
Haven't actually checked what it's paying.
That's all right. You don't have to. Those are the best ones.
For some reason, I had my crook gut from the weekend, but I've got a mad gut feeling that 2 Kiwi wingers are in for doubles, and that's going to be our boy Bailey, Bentley Hape, and Ronnie and Bailey both to score doubles.
That'll be juicy.
The cabs are here.
Check the odds. Why don't you have to get on it?
Yeah,
that would be
find
juicy.
that out.
It would pay the weekend for sure.
Geez, that would be good. Yeah,
I can't get that that BBH Trizzy that you said before out of my head. That thanks, bro.
BBH, BBH double.
That's your bet.
Cool. And I just got Kane sent through that Kiwi punter. He's got best bet Arthur's Exactor, which is the first and second try basically. 10 tries in 10 games a season, and his value bet is what better way to go than stealing Jace's tip, which is Tarpany first try. Jace thinks that's his tip, but that's actually my original tip that he then got on after me. Anyway, and then Jace has gone Tarpany anytime is his best, and value is Ricky first try again. Yes, okay. Thank you, boys. So I better have one. My value bet, just an ode to Ferg, because I knew you were jumping on, and I really like the Wiley shout. So it's going to be my value as any time. Wiley.
Let's go. You've been copying me all day. Let's fucking go.
Copying you all day. Shit. Might as well carry on. Might as well carry it on. But yes, and then my best bet is Mulitalo double.
Nice. Oh, look at that. You've been copying both of us.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Why do any homework when you just
I like it.
You just make everyone else say theirs first. Yeah, you just what you like.
Hey, you catch on to how I run my podcast. So I actually looked up while while you did that. So Mortallo for a double on Bet365 is $4.75. BBH Drizzy is $4.50, so giving us $21.40 for the if you multi them two together, or you can run them solos. Two good options.
Ah, there you go. It's Rogue.
Cover yourself.
She's Rogue.
Yeah,
I like it. BBH Drizzy, baby. That's good.
Why
There's
not?
a ring to it.
That's right.
He's now got a new nickname.
Yeah.
That's actually a good one too. There's some bad ones. You take that.
All right. That's it, lads. Thanks for jumping on. I appreciate it. Really appreciate you guys giving your time up to jump on. But yes, if you don't forget to like and subscribe, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and then also you can watch our mugs on YouTube. Where can they find you, Fergie, if people are new to what you're about?
Instagram is on the bench dot sport, and then if you like a bit of golf, I've also got Fergie.golf Instagram and Fergie.golf TikTok. So yeah, mix it up with some pieces and do a bit of things. It all kind of correlates.
How good was the Ryan Fox one?
Love it. Chipping to win, baby. Do it in style. Love it. Who needs another playoff hole? Just finish it now.
Just finish it then. Was that his first win on the tour?
Yeah, first PGA win. But he's won on the circuit below, but first actual PGA win, which is he's been out there for a long time, and he's been a great player in the in the PGA. But to get a good win and to get it done in style, I was cheering for him. Mate. Loved it. Love to see Foxy get it done.
Get up, mate. How good.
That's right. That's it.
And for you, Timo, if people just want to follow you,
I'll follow you
personally. How do they find you, mate? Oh, we've lost him.
Oh, he's gone to bed. He's had enough.
Are you seeing what I'm saying? Because his face is
I don't think he's happy with us.
he's
dropped out completely. Well, it's nice to meet him.
It was good for him to he just hung in there to the end. He might have
done well.
He might be on the free Wi-Fi to get maxed out.
The duration.
But yeah, anyway, Fergie, appreciate you jumping on, mate. It's always a pleasure. And you're always
time, brother. I'll have some good stories to come back from the wires this weekend, hopefully.
Yeah. I've done a few family games now. It's actually quite good.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm very excited for it.
I still managed to whack a few beers over, but it's just probably half the amount.
Oh, there'll be a couple 4 maybe, two and a half, right? That's about doable.
Yeah, 4.5 or whatever.
4.5.
Just whatever's happening. The way I see it is I had a sober driver, so then I was like, yo.
Yeah, so do I. So do I actually. Yeah, she's pregnant, so yeah, she's driving. Let's go. No,
all good, bro. I appreciate you jumping on.
Anytime, brother.
Everyone, thank you for listening. We've been the Kiwi NRL podcast. As per usual, up the wires, give them a taste of Kiwi. And I bid you.
You know what it takes, and you're ready today to take them all on. You got the measure of your man, and you know that you can go all the way. Give it to him. Yeah, give him a taste. Give it.